three siblings. I am born to immigrant parents who came to this country with not a whole lot. What they did have was a desire. They had a desire for a better life. They worked really, really hard. They worked labor jobs. They were incredible savers, and they had a really big vision for a better life for their children. Growing up, we had everything we needed. We had a nice home. We ate nice home-cooked meals. We didn't vacation a lot. We didn't go out a lot. Life was pretty simple in that way. I remember looking over at the neighbor's beautiful home, the nice white picket fence, the green lawn, and the flower beds, and dreaming of one day having that life. My parents taught us three things. The first thing was to dream a really big dream, as big as you can possibly dream, and then to nurture and to grow that dream constantly. So the second thing was to work really, really hard and put action behind that dream. The work ethic installed in us by our parents was absolutely incredible. I mean, we never saw our parents sit around and watch TV. They were always on the move. The third thing was to never settle for average, to always shoot for the top. To this day, the thought of being average just doesn't sit well with me. I was always different as a child. I was constantly dreaming of my future. My dad used to play the dream game with me. He'd pull over in front of these big, huge mansions because I'd ask him to, and we'd sit there for 10 or 15 minutes while I sat down and said, "Dad, how did they do that? How did they create that?" And my dad would say to me, "You can have anything you want in your life. You just have to dream it and then work for it." So in elementary school, that was when I really realized what it was to set a goal, accomplish that goal, and then win. And I love that feeling of winning. But it was in high school when I was able to help a friend who didn't believe in herself to set a goal and to believe, and then to finally accomplish that goal and have her big win. That to me was one of the greatest feelings. It truly is what made me feel alive. So when I was 19, tragedy struck our life. We were involved in a serious car accident. I suffered serious injuries, fractured femur, amongst other things. My sister suffered serious head injuries, and unfortunately, we lost our dad. So Dad was only 47 when we lost him in the car accident. My mom was 40. My sister was in her last year of high school. She was 17, and my little brother was only 14. This tragedy totally turned our life upside down. So not only did I need to recover from my physical injuries, but I really needed to dig deep and find that strength to stand by my devastated mother and to give hope to my younger brother and sister that everything was going to be okay. This was really the turning point in my life. My plans were originally to go to medical school, but obviously God had different plans for me. My journey into entrepreneurship really began out of desperation, not desire. I had started a janitorial business to pay the family bills, and shortly after that, I was, while attending university, introduced to the world of direct sales. I was introduced to the world of personal growth, and I absolutely loved it. And I also realized that business truly was all about relationships. After 5 years of being with that direct sales company, I went on to add on financial services and real estate, and I actually started a wedding design business. I continued to rock business in all areas for the next 20 years. Life was fantastic. So just before I turned 40, I was involved in a car accident, and this really threw me back. It forced me to slow down, which I really didn't enjoy. I found it really frustrating to not be able to keep up with the same pace. And then I turned 40, had a huge birthday celebration, and it just went downhill from there. The sadness crept in, and I spent all of 2014 in what I now know today was an actual depression, a serious depression. So I spent all of 2014 wanting to hide from people. I didn't want to connect with anyone. I had no desire to do business. What was wrong with me? What was wrong with me was that I was completely empty. So after spending a whole year feeling sadder and sadder, I was finally done with it. I couldn't take this feeling of being miserable anymore. I started to journal and write, and through that process I realized that what had happened was, for the last 20 years, I had given to everybody, but the one person I had forgotten to take care of was myself. I knew I needed to create a new plan for my life. I needed to break down my life into the categories of health, beauty, lifestyle, and business. And what I needed to do was recreate the joy that I wanted to feel in each of those areas of my life. So I came into 2015 with a blueprint to create my best life. Just like you, I face challenges every single day. But because I take care of me first, everything else falls into place. I'm Harp Dhillon Purewal. I'm a mom of 2 children. I'm a wife. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm a success coach. I'm here to help you create your best life.